Let's talk about friendships and how narcissistic abuse forms within our friendships. This very highly destructive, painful experience that we go through that's meant to teach us a valuable lesson, one that will change our lives forever. When it comes to friendships, you can be a friend, but you can never have a friend. So now let's get started and dissect this so you understand fully what I'm talking about. The duck here disagrees with me, but I'm going to explain it. I'll explain it. Once again, narcissism comes about because we have a desire for something that we're not receiving. And the reason we're not receiving this is because we're expecting it from the wrong place to begin with. Let's look at Jesus as an example. In the New Testament, Jesus told his disciples, he said, "You are my friends." He did say that. And the reality is that Jesus received nothing from them, but gave everything to them. He taught them, he led them, he was their guide. He helped them. He washed their stinky feet. This is friendship. So what was Jesus doing? Jesus is showing us that friendship comes from within you, and friendship is outward, never asking for anything in return. Right? That's what friendship is. And I know you're saying, what in the world, Kevin? Friendship is me doing stuff and nobody doing anything for me? No. Welcome to the doorway of your narcissistic abuse from your friends. That expectation that you have, that desire that you have, is the doorway to narcissistic abuse in your life. So let's break this down. Let's look at the ancient terminology that's used to describe the different types of friendships so that it makes sense. I'm going to use the words that were used in the ancient Greek language. We're going to start with agape. The word agape is used in the ancient Greek language as a word that describes an outward, charitable, life-giving, value-creating action towards somebody else. When you agape somebody, you are creating value where none exists. You're giving out from within yourself and you're not expecting anything in return. This is something that we need to get as empaths when it comes to our narcissistic abusers. I know it's something that you want to reject, but if you understand what agape is, it's an unemotional, unattached act of charitable good service. In other words, it's not acting friendly because you feel good, because they make you feel happy. It's an act of charitable giving because it hurts. Because you're creating value where none exists. I mean, let's be real. The narcissistic abuser in your life has no value whatsoever. They are low-life, little, hateful people, right? So to agape them means you are the one bringing value to the table. Now let's talk about the next one in line. The next word used is philia. Philia is you holding somebody else in high regard. Mother Teresa, Gandhi, right? These people you hold in high regard. Jesus, you philia them. You philia these individuals because of what they represent. You hold them in high regard. That's philia. Okay? The next one I'll talk about is eros. Eros is passion and desire. It's a passion and desire that you feel for somebody else. It usually has to do with sexuality. You meet somebody, you don't have to know them very well. Right? You instantly have that passion. You desire to have them physically. This is eros. And eros, guys, is a form of friendship. I believe eros is where they came up with the friends with benefits terminology. The last one, the fourth one I want to talk about is storge. Storge is a instinctual type of love, an instinctual type of friendship. This is what parents have for kids. If a child gets hurt, their instinct will kick in and want to save that kid. It is an act of friendship. It's an act of love. It comes from within. All of these words all do one thing. They describe something that's coming from inside of you, outwardly. Now what you'll notice is that none of them require anything from anybody else. You can agape somebody without them agapeing you. As a matter of fact, that's just how it works. Agape means you're creating value where none exists. You can philia somebody who's in a high level, who does good things, Mother Teresa, Jesus, people who you esteem as being high. You can philia them without having anything in return from them. You can have eros, you can have desire and passion for somebody without them having passion, desire for you. And storge, you can physically rescue somebody who is in need without being rescued yourself. What's my point with all this? Everything that we're talking about here is being a friend. None of it is receiving friendship. So now, you might be saying, Kevin, okay, that's fantastic. What about me? When do I get my needs met? Well, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the doorway to narcissistic abuse, and I'll show you why. Because what we are doing unconsciously by not being educated and understanding what being a friend is we are expecting to receive from the people we give to. Whether it's our friends or whether it's our certain family members, we are expecting to receive the same back from them that we give. And expecting the same back is not in any of the definitions of any friendships anywhere. If that were the case, Jesus would have said, go and agape people, but only those who agape you back. No, in fact, Jesus taught the opposite. He said, what good is it to receive from the people who you are giving to? He said the Pharisees do the same. There's no reward in that, right? No, you're not going to receive from the same people that you give to. That's not what friendship is. Friendship is you being a friend. So where do you receive yours from? Where do you receive your value from? Well, it's from people as well. But it's just not the people who you're giving it to. You get it from other places. The stranger who showed up in your life, who gave you money in a time of need. The person who saw that you were homeless and couldn't afford to rent an apartment, so they offered you a room in their house to rent at a lower price. The person who got you tires on your car. The person who paid for your car repairs. The person who paid 1 month's rent. The person who showed up at your door and said, I want to pray with you. The person who fed you when you were hungry. This, ladies and gentlemen, are the people who are friends to you. Now, I know it's difficult to grasp this concept, but we have to open our minds beyond what we believe and what we've been taught and what we see in movies and in television. We see groups of acquaintances come together and act like they're friends forever. Friends forever. We are friends forever. No, life doesn't work like that. It's not about hanging out with the big group, the party people. These are my friends, woo, woo. No, they're not. So I hope this makes sense now as to why you can be a friend but not have a friend. Friendship is not something that you can grab onto and drag into yourself and hold it captive. This is why the narcissistic abuse in your friendships has taken place. That narcissistic abuse was there to back you off, to give you a message to say, whoa, 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 whoa. You are expecting this person to be what you want them to be. They're not your slave. Doesn't matter what you've done for them. You could have given them the world, but you have to release them from your intense grip of, I need stuff in return. No, you don't. What you need to do is to step back, say, whoa, okay, I've given a lot to this individual, I've given a lot to this friend. I've got to step back now, and now just say to yourself in your time of need, I need to get out, and I need to hope that someone will be brought in my path who will be able to give to me and help me in my time of need. And this now calls you to live an active, honest lifestyle of stepping out, saying, guys, I need prayer, I need this, I need that. And you can go into church, you can go into groups, and allow humanity to step out and say, I want to help you. Because that person's going to agape you. That person's going to storge you, going to filia you. That's how it works, guys. All right, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit me up if you have any questions, okay? Thanks for watching The Royal We.